Yeah, you just got to go with it, man. Just go with it, Jason. That's all you got to do. Just make stuff up.
I'm going to go with it. I'm going to turn it on once we hit the record button. Oh!
Hello and welcome to an episode of the Red Light and the Blues podcast. I'm Daniel, where my weekly goal is to try and catch Jason off guard with the recording, and I did tonight, first time in a while. But he is Jason, and I have to point that I got it right tonight. I'm not sitting on the couch next to him, which saddens me. But
you need to point this way. Yeah, okay. I practiced. I was practicing under the frame.
Yeah. How you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. We were just talking off mic about how I'm out of touch with the Chelsea thing. So what we call Chelsea these days. So I guess we're gonna talk about the state of the club this evening.
But we're gonna start with that. Yay, fun time.
But how are you first?
Oh, I'm alive, man.
Okay.
Tired but alive.
Good.
How are you?
Okay. Tired but alive.
Hey, that's the constant.
Sounds like our club. Sounds like we got the title.
Yeah, we're tired and alive somehow. So so this will be I don't know, probably end up ranting a lot on this episode because it's the state of the club and it's in the shits right now. For many different reasons. There's not just one. But I think the thing that sort of set this off was the whole, the whole Conor Gallagher shitstorm that hit the fan last night while all our British friends were asleep. Us Americans were treated to some Fabrizio tweets that the Conor Gallagher deal might be collapsing, but it all has to do with Samu and coming here, and then who do you believe in all this? Maybe he has a bum ankle. Maybe we tried to buy 50% of his rights. We offended him. We renegotiated the terms of the deal after his medical. The dude's had his medical. We put him on a freaking plane back to Spain last night. Like, how shitty is that? And then Gallagher can't even. Now apparently the Gallagher deal is going to fall through because Atletico's pissed at us, and now we want Gallagher to come back to London. Like, what the hell are we doing, man? Like a bunch of clowns running this show.
We're trying to salvage the Gallagher deal, though, with João Felix.
Yeah, true. Because we have to apparently buy somebody now. So we're going to buy a player we don't need, but because Todd Bowley's infatuated with them, then we're going to buy him.
Gone are the days when Todd Bowley just was dishing out $80 million to any player who we were trying to buy, making them the highest transfer or bought player in the world at the time. Gone are those days.
Gone.
We instead of being more level-headed, we are more of a shit show somehow than we were at that point. I don't know. Sounds exciting. It sounds like a great way to start the season. I cannot wait until Sunday when we play our first game against Manchester City.
And we will probably get shellacked. But I mean, what are we supposed to believe at this point in time? Like, oh, we have two sporting directors. They have a vision for the club. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, we're going to go buy Joel Felix. He doesn't even fit the team. Like, that's the thing is, like, I think Joel Felix is definitely overhyped. I don't mind him, but at the same time, it's like he doesn't fit our team. Like, no, we can't stick him. He's a creative player. He can't play the left wing.
When has that ever stopped us, Daniel, from getting a player?
I don't know.
Is that they don't fit the team. In this new era that we have, when has that ever stopped us?
Trust the freaking process, apparently. Why do we
trust the process?
Why do we buy Dewsbury Hall? Because now that means apparently my boy Chuck's leaving the club. And now I'm pissed. Because apparently Chuck's going to be gone now. Even though he did score the game-tying goal against Inter Milan.
Yeah.
And I just love it. We keep buying attacking players. Our defense is in shambles. And let's go buy more attacking players. And let's just buy somebody. Let's just outscore the other team and not worry about defense. Let's just no. It is.
Oh, no.
mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. This shit show that is going on right now in this club. And I don't mean like, and then you have the rumors. Now, whether this is true or not, I will preface this, Jason. Do need to say we did sign Pedro Neto from Wolves, and we just bought another injury-prone player. And I will say this: fan base is
Bum Knee Neto. That's what I call him in my household. Bum Knee Neto.
Yeah. Bum Knee Neto, man. I tell you, our fan base is in love with this deal. I don't understand it. We bought another injury-prone player. I don't get it. Like, his production isn't that great. Like, he doesn't, because he's injured half the season every damn year. So, okay, he'll get hurt the first game. I'm going to call on it right now. He'll come on to make a cameo appearance at the end. He's probably going to get hurt against City.
One thing that our listeners need to realize is when Daniel doesn't like a player being bought and that player is prone to injuries, you listen. Because every time that you have had a problem with a player because they've been injury prone, that player then misses like a year.
Yeah.
So I agree. I don't know why after Fofana, especially, I don't know why we would buy another injury prone player. Looking at our history of injuries.
Yeah, I know.
Bum Knee Neto is not going to see much of the field this year.
I would agree with that. And I mean, the thing is like, if you buy him, we've already bought him. You buy Joe Felix. And then we still have a midfield consisting of Enzo, Casado, Lavia, and Palmer, and Nkunku. Nico's supposed to play. But we're making a late push for Oshiman now because that's who we really want and not Samu. So, how are all these damn players going to play? And I forgot we signed Dewsbury. Don't forget about him, another midfielder.
Yep.
Why? This is what?
Yeah. I have no idea what they're thinking. We had a few things to do this season, and that was goalkeeper, back line.
Yeah.
And you can make an argument for a couple places in the back line, but the back line.
Yeah.
And that's the main two, I would think.
Those are the main two, for sure.
And if you were going to try to go for a striker, then I don't think we would have hated you for it. If you're going for Oshiman, I don't think we hate you. But, I think you and I were okay with giving Nico another shot for the most part.
Yeah.
I do worry about that under Maresca a bit more. But yeah, I think that, it was a very simple... It was supposed to be a very simple, offload some of the other players. Because we always look like we have a smaller squad than we do because of the injuries that we have.
Right.
It was a simple game plan. It was very simple. Spend a decent amount of money where you need to spend it.
Yep.
And we're just a spending club. I don't know how. We don't have another hotel to sell. We don't have another women's team to offload from the men's team. I don't know how we're going to do this.
Cobham's next. I'm telling you, Cobham is next.
PSR is naming rights to the pitch. That'll happen.
Yeah, stadium will probably get naming rights too. So we'll have that. It'll be
yeah, that's what I meant. They probably won't name the pitch because
it'll be the Trojan Condom Stadium with the Manscaped pitch or some shit like that.
Dude, as soon as we see Blue Co buy another company and it's Trojan Condoms, we will make. Okay, Daniel and I are going to do a predictions episode later, but we are going to make history once again. We did it first with with the trade or with the loanies and having a loan army.
Mm-hmm.
We did it that way. Like even before that, our billionaire owner was just giving us interest-free loans to go win.
Sport washing.
Yeah, sports washing the money.
Yep.
Then we do the loan army. Then we do the hiring and firing a manager every 1.5 seasons.
Yep.
Then we do well, let's just sell the club to this place, and then we'll spend $1 billion on unproven players with 7-year contracts. And then to get around the PSR with that, we'll just sell our assets back to ourselves.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then now the next evolution is, well, we're strapped for cash, but we keep spending because we have an addiction. And our jerseys are going to be riddled. Like once we figured out like the main sponsor, which we have trouble doing every season.
We have our season starts Sunday, and we still don't have a main sponsor.
Yeah. But we'll figure that out. Don't worry. And we will have like 3 sleeve sponsors on each sleeve, and the main sleeve sponsor, and then like sleeve sponsors on the back, and then every player will be required to get a tattoo of a sponsor. Like it's. Like, Mudrik's screwed because he already has a ginormous butterfly on the side of its neck. Like, that's the next iteration of this club. Like, how much can we whore ourselves out? Is like really what's about to happen.
That's exactly right. So. How much can we pour ourselves out? We're gonna end up with like you ever seen the Liga MX jerseys? Like they're like that. They're just covered in.
Yes. Yeah.
That's exactly what our jerseys will be like.
It's gonna be like a damn race car. Like that's what's gonna happen.
Yep.
Then we'll have like special edition jerseys. It'll be like collecting cards too. It'll be a special foil. It'll be parallels.
Yeah. There you go. Get some parallel jerseys in there, and they're all because they're made by Nike.
Yes.
We'll eat them up still.
So. Yeah. And then everybody wants to buy the special jersey. It's gonna be crazy. I think we're in for a good time to see how much we can drive the club's brand into the ground.
Yeah, how much can we whore ourselves out is the question for this season. That should be the topic of discussion. How much will Chelsea whore themselves out this season?
Sorry, I derailed that, but like, where do we go from here? Like, what are we even doing? I don't know. What's Matt Law have to say about all this? He's the most reputable. We should be reading his stuff constantly.
Propaganda arm of Todd Bowley and Igbali.
I'll look that up.
Yeah,
you speak.
Know, it's just, I don't know, man. I'm done with this. And then, so I was going to say this earlier. I don't know if that's somebody's injury, but Neto is he had a blue check mark, but anybody can get a blue check mark on the X now. So let's take this with a grain of salt. He did say that the reason we signed Neto was because it was an Igbali signing, and he's the one that wanted him. So if that's true, why are our owners telling us who to sign when we have directors of football?
But we knew that, right? Like that's why they hired Maresca in the first place, because they just want a yes guy. They're just like,
exactly.
Here's the players, you deal with it, and if you don't deal with it, then you're not good enough.
Yeah, and I feel like Dewsbury Hall was just a bone to Maresca to sort of like appease him. Like, okay, we're gonna give you all these other players. We'll give you one guy you want, Maresca. Who's the one guy in the entire world of football that if you could sign right now, Maresca, who would that one guy be? Dewsbury Hall. That's who I want. He's my guy. The one guy. You're sure about this. You could have Oshman if you wanted him. You could have, anybody in world football, and Dot Pep's over there like, nah, give me my Dewsbury. And he just that was his bone that they threw to him. Because I think that the yes man is part of the issue. Because Felix didn't come in last year, despite Bowley wanting him, because Poch didn't want him, which made sense because he didn't fit Poch's system, so Poch doesn't want him. Like, he doesn't fit Maresca's system, but Maresca doesn't have any balls, so he's not going to stand up to the owners. He's just a yes man. He's like Potter. Here's who you have, deal with it. And he's like, I want a smaller squad. They're like, nah, we're going to give you an even bigger squad than anybody's ever had before. So
it stresses me out how bad of a position they keep putting managers and then hiring like very unproven managers to deal with a sinking ship. Mm-hmm. And then they get mad at them for using the pail they were given to get the water out. Like, it's wild.
It is. Well, the one manager that had the balls to stand up to him and actually did a decent job, not a great job, a decent job, was Podge. And then they fired him because he actually had the gall to stand up to him. And
yeah,
we see where that gets you. So nobody's going to come here. Like, that's the point where we're at. Like, that's where we are.
That's the point we were making last year. You keep Potch to make the job desirable because Potch can actually win with the players that, well, he can get us to a position where it looks desirable.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'll put it that way. Like, he can get us into like the pantheon and get maybe like the big six at least. Like, we could be in that conversation. I don't think we're allowed to be in that conversation.
I don't know.
I think this season is going to be kind of bad.
I was looking at the table earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I was prepping for our prediction episode, there is no more big six anymore. It's like a big two. That's it. Everything else is up for grabs after the top two. There's two good teams in the Premier League, and everybody else is just fighting for the scraps.
Yeah.
Because I don't think anybody, we'll save all that for the other episode. But anyway, back to Chelsea and the state of this club and the mess that we're in. But do you feel like because we have had such a bad preseason, has this highlighted the problems at the club? Has it made it worse? Has it escalated the problems that maybe wouldn't have been problems if we say won a trophy in preseason like last season? Just saying.
Yeah, I think right now we're meeting expectations. That's what I'll say. I think
going with Wrexham is meeting expectations.
Yeah, I didn't expect hardly anything to come out of the. I don't expect anything in the season. I think it was my way of saying expectations should be low for the season. Mm-hmm. In preseason, we met where I think we're going to be, and it's going to be a very mid or worse season.
Yeah,
this year I have no faith. In what you said earlier, which will slight preview, I guess, from the prediction episode coming later in the week. But this would be the year to do well. Can you imagine if Poch was here? And again, I'm not saying that I want Poch here because I think Poch is the end all be all. Yeah. But we are talking about a more competent coach than kind of what we've been seeing over the last few years.
Yeah.
In terms of getting us in a position of the table that makes the club desirable again. I feel like I have to clarify that because we were Poch out for a long time.
Yeah,
but yeah, and still would be outside of this base level narrative that where I think Poch could fit in with the club.
Mm-hmm.
And can you imagine having a semi-competent manager in this season? And if our team was able to perform like they were last year, if we didn't just bloat the squad again, and now we're going to have a manager who hasn't had to manage a squad like this before in this capacity, in this way, with this ownership, with this many people, with the amount of injuries he's about to have. All of that's going to play a role. It's going to be bad. I don't see any two ways about it. And this would be the season for it to not be bad. And we keep putting ourselves in positions where we're okay with it being bad. And I think those are the real questions. We kind of asked those questions before, and it always comes down to this club just wants to make money.
Yeah.
I don't understand how they're going to continue to make money when they keep hemorrhaging all the resources and the goodwill that they build up. Because I would say a little bit of goodwill was brought back last year. Would have been even better if we'd walked away with a trophy in a top 4, which was within reach at multiple times last season.
Yeah,
but like a little bit of goodwill was built up, and we finished 5th. That's arguably better than what Potter did. So, but like that's all about to go away again. like the fan base, this fan base still isn't living in new Chelsea land, where like we got so used to managers getting fired like every year and a half that we're okay just calling for a manager's head like a few months in. But the administration's okay giving your contract. Like that's what blows my mind is how much we keep doing that shit, and it's gonna bite us in the ass. Like it hasn't bitten us in the ass.
It will
so far, but we're running out of assets to sell.
Yeah.
So then we're gonna have to whore ourselves out. So then where do we go from there? I don't know. This is the most uncertain I've ever been, including when we hired Potter.
Yeah.
It's only getting more uncertain as we go along.
Yeah. Well, because at least when we hired Potter, we knew we had somewhat capable players. I mean, we still do now, but like, I don't know. I guess because coming off the Champions League in Tuchel, we felt a little more connected to that team because they did win a trophy. Granted, we did lose the heart and soul of that team in Rudiger, in my opinion. And
then we gutted the rest of them the next year.
Yeah, and so it's just been downhill from there. So I don't know, man. It's just we've had a competent and a half manager since Bolin took over, and they fired the one competent one at Tuchel, and then the half competent one they fired him too for I guess they had reasons, but sorry.
They made up the reasons at the end.
Yeah, they did, and that's the thing is like nobody wanted Poch. That was the thing is like nobody wanted Poch to begin with. So you just went out there and said, "Screw it, we're going to get the manager we want." Okay, fine. Well, then stick by him when he proved that he improved the squad throughout the year. Yeah, we had our bad games, but he actually proved at the end of the year maybe he was the right person for the job, and the players liked him. So it wasn't like it was a player revolt. It was literally just the board saying, "Oh, we don't want somebody that stands up to us," So we have enough fan support that we can get away with this. So
yeah,
they just literally this whole thing has been about this 3-year transfer window transformation or whatever that is, and this is the 3rd year of that transfer window transformation. And literally the defenders that we have bought have been Badia Chile and Dasasi and an injury-prone Fofana. That's the defenders that we've bought.
They want to lose. They're wanting to lose this. I just can't see any way that these decisions exist to help us win. Like, there's no way. There's no way Bowley and Co. want us to win. And I don't know why. I don't know the upside for not winning. But they don't want us to win.
The only thing I can think is they did their stupid analytics shit. And they figured we can make more money by buying younger talent and then selling it for a profit than we can from winning the Champions League or from winning the Premier League.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of because that's clearly the strategy they're going with. And they can say they want to win all they want to, but they clearly won't. That's why this year, I'm with you. No expectations, nothing. Esteval, Paez, our saviors, are coming in next year. I'm going to put my trust in a couple 18-year-old kids from South America. That's the state I'm in right now.
Gosh, man.
It is.
I don't even know where to go. I don't know. Brain-wise, I have no idea what to think about this season.
I mean, I know we're going to lose on Sunday. That's about all I know so far.
Game by game.
Game by game. Loss by loss,
God.
Win by win, draw by draw, whatever it is. But yeah, like the thing I think that bothers me most about this whole like Gallagher thing is just how shady we're being with it and how shady we're being to to both Atletico and Gallagher, like you're pretty much burning any kind of bridge you have made with Atletico Madrid, and now you're also reneging on an offer that you told Gallagher. I mean, what are you going to make Gallagher do? Come back and train with the U21s? Ban him from Cobham like you did Chalaba?
Oh yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? And then this is the thing: we have all these players. Kepa is still here. Lukaku still here. We have too many midfielders. Got to sell somebody. I don't know. Like we have sold like nobody, and yet we keep buying people. We have like 5 goalkeepers now on the roster. Like 6. I don't know. I've lost count of how many damn goalkeepers we have, and none of them are good enough. That's the problem. And then we have so many damn midfielders. Like, how are all these players going to even play? You can't put 13 people on the pitch. I did see somebody the other day on Twitter post their predicted lineup for this next season, and it literally had 12 people in the lineup. And I'm like, dude, only 11 people can play. Like, his midfield was Nkunku, Palmer, Enzo, and Casado, I think. Was like, and then he had like 3 attackers and 4 defenders, and I'm like, wait a second, this doesn't math, man. I'm just like, but yeah,
speechless.
Speechless. How these people are all going to play together, I don't know. Our best players played like 2 matches, and doesn't even probably know the system. Just let him go out there and do what he wants to. That's all I care. Our best player in preseason was probably Madueke, who now we're talking about selling.
Well, we just bought essentially a injury-prone. Well, he play. I guess Neto can play both sides, but he plays the right mostly, I think.
Yeah, correct. He can't play the left, which is what we need. Is a left winger because we have an imbecile, and then some guy from Ukraine who we overspent on. And that's my favorite thing about these people on X. They're like, "Why are we getting rid of Madueke? Why are we getting rid of Mudryk?" I'm like, you morons! Madueke was like 20 million. We can get our money back plus some for him. Mudryk was like 60 plus add-ons. Like, we ain't getting near. We might get 10 million for him. So we can't just take a bloodbath on that because PSR.
Right.
You're stuck with Mudryk. So whatever.
My God.
I don't know, man.
What are we doing?
What then did on this note? What letter grade before the season starts? We'll do this again at the end of the season. What letter grade would you currently give our state of our club? Or is there a word that comes to your mind? Is there a letter grade?
I was trying to think of something clever. I think we're beyond trying. It's like if you try to be too humorous about the situation, it just makes you sadder. But I mean, I think humor exists because anyway.
Yeah.
Sad and humor go together. I'm giving it a D.
A D.
Oh yeah,
D
a solid
Dookie.
D for Dookie. Yes.
D for Dookie. Yeah.
D for dumb.
I'm giving them an F because they failed so far.
Yeah. It's understandable.
They're getting that. Maybe hey, if we finish top 4, maybe they'll get bumped up to a D.
Yeah. Oh, like so at the end they can only go up to a D.
Pretty much, and that means they have to win top 4 and win Conference League, which I'm still not even. We're not going to win Conference League. I'm convinced we're getting knocked out by Southern.
We're not even getting out of qualifying, which is fine.
That's true. You're right. That's right. I predicted that in the last episode that we're not getting out of qualifying for conference.
I can already tell you I'm not going to be able to watch the games anyway. So I'd like.
Your new job, man. I tell you what, it's just any joy of you watching weekday games.
Yeah. When there used to be joy of watching them.
Yeah, when there used to be joy of Champions League football, hearing that anthem ring out in your house, now I don't even know what the hell's the Conference League anthem.
I don't know.
Is it a Snoop Dogg song? Because I feel like that's the way we're going in the world today with Snoop Dogg hosting everything. So he's probably just in the Conference League.
It's just a remix or a minor version of the Champions League.
They get Snoop Dogg to remix the Champions League.
Right? Yes.
To get Conference League numbers up. It's like, we got Snoop Dogg remixing the Champions League thing.
Snoop Dogg's at every game somehow.
Snoop Dogg has so many body doubles. Like,
yeah. It's like a residency in Las Vegas, but you just have the residency at the Conference League, and you have to perform live at every game.
Dude, how great would it be if the Conference League champion this year in the final match, Snoop Dogg actually does perform at halftime? That would be amazing.
That would be awesome. I'd be okay with it.
I like Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
But it's state of the club. It's in the shitter right now. I mean, we got nothing.
D for shit.
Yeah. D for shit.
F for feces.
There you go. F for feces. I love it.
God. This is embarrassing.
We're reduced to making shit jokes on this podcast because that's how terrible this club is in the state of this club.
Right, we're circling the drain, man. Just waiting to get flushed down. F for flush.
F.
I don't know. God.
Oh, man. All right. Yeah. So, yeah, you just tell these people where they can find us, Jason.
Yo, you can find us on X/Twitter /Instagram / also Threads / Substack, where we have some writings / YouTube. If you're listening to us on the pod, head on over to YouTube. You can see our faces, and you can see my unchanging background. But yeah, we're on all those things. We've made it easy for you. The handle is at Red White Blues FC because we're American.
It's true. We are Americans. Oh man!
Give us a gold medal for podcasting.
Yeah, sure. Hey, at least we're not Australian break dancers. That's all I'm saying right now.
Dude, that was the biggest troll.
That was so funny.
God. It's pretty funny. Go watch it.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the Australian breakdance Olympics, she single-handedly destroyed breakdancing too. It's not in the Olympics next time.
Yeah, she ruined it.
She ruined it for all the other breakdancers.
Jeez.
Golly. But yeah, listen to us on Spotify or Apple. Hey, 1 week, or 1 week, without me saying the Bezos.
Yeah.
Word. But yeah, listen to us there. This will drop tonight in the morning, Monday night on YouTube, probably Tuesday morning on the pod, or maybe tonight. I don't know. Whatever. Jason's feeling froggy. Who knows? But tune in later this week. It is a double episode week. We are going to make our predictions for the season in the Premier League. We will tell you where Chelsea will finish, and we will also be predicting the Manchester City match on Sunday and telling you how bad we both think Chelsea will lose by, because neither one of us think we're going to win. I can tell you that. Spoiler alert. It's just going to be how much will we lose by. So yeah. You got anything else? Is that it?
No, that's it.
Okay, cool. Well, until a couple of days from now, we'll catch you guys on the flip side.
I mean, I don't know. Damn it. Flippity floppity.